Hi everybody, and welcome to another Friday's tutorial. And today I want to talk to you about tracing paper. Yes indeed, and Arteza have sent me this tracing paper. They also sent me a nice cold press natural linen bound sketchbook. And of course we were already freehand drawing in the former lessons. Here is our 1-point perspective. Here is our beautiful lighthouse that we already did. This one I used last week. Then we draw sloping hills. This one I want to do. Oh yeah, and of course we went to the Van Gogh Museum. And here I have what I want to talk to you about. And that are the perspective lines, and they are very, very important to get to know and to give you a better insight in perspective. You can find everything and all the links back on my Patreon page. And well, this is a very handy book. I'm testing that one out. It has that elastic. It's very handy indeed, and also you can put in your name, so if you lose your book on holiday or something, you can get a reward for returning it. Now, last year I was in Brugge in Belgium, and oh yeah, here there's another funny sketch I did in that watercolor pet book. Just watch these lines here. Even though you didn't expect it, maybe they are there. So all the lines go to one point here, and there's that little lovely dog. And what is nice about this book too, I think, is that little folder here in the back. You can put in your reference pictures if you want. And this is that lovely street that I want to talk to you about. And I want to show you how to correctly trace without spoiling your ability to learn. Now, what you do is you take the print in black and white and for instance, a red ballpoint. Then you take a graphite transferred paper, and I took two, and they have two sides. The shiny side is the graphite side, and make sure that you put the shiny side onto the paper, so the light gray on top, above, and then tape your tape your graphite paper onto your drawing paper, and then also attach your reference picture onto your drawing paper. This prevents it, of course, from sliding all around. And here you can see all those perspective lines. Now, please do not use a ruler for drawing these lines, because you can see here the street is curved, and you can actually see a third disappearing point. The lines, especially the vertical lines, go inside a little bit. And here you can see the lines that I want to urge into you, so that you can get to learn to see them. They are actually here. Now, what I did is I took a red gel pen, and with that gel pen I simply and only trace the most important lines. I put in the two little persons that are walking down the street, and all I want to do is to point out directions. So that would be all the vertical lines, all the horizontal lines, and all the diagonal lines. I put in a little bit of the detail of the windows of the cathedral that is on the end of the street. And because of all those perspective lines going towards that cathedral and the two persons that are walking towards that cathedral. That is exactly what makes this picture very interesting indeed to me. The link you can find back on my Patreon page, so you can print it out if you want to draw this particular street, or of course you can take any street you would like. Because I'm using that red gel pen, I can see exactly where I have been. Now and then you can check if you have traced enough lines, but now you can actually see already how all those perspective lines are going. Now this should bring you a big insight on learning to see perspective. If you need a little bit more help, then just flip the page around now and then. But please do not draw in every window, every little stone, because you also need to check and teach yourself. Now here you can see there's also some light casted, and the light is coming from the left, and then there's bouncing light on the left wall. But that's for later concern. Once you think you have enough lines, then just very carefully remove the graphite tracing paper, and here you can see the negative. So, look, it's going nowhere. I can simply rub my hand over it. Then I take my reference picture and I simply put it next to my drawing, to the drawing that I've traced, of course. And then it's time to start training our eyes in seeing lights and shadows and maybe colors. I'm not sure yet, but next week I will be drawing this particular street with you. So stay tuned, watch me next Friday, maybe check me out on Patreon, and I would say take care, bye bye.